Hello YouTube and newsletter subscribers, this is Terrell from Terrell3.com. Today is Sunday, January 8th, 2017. And this is a Black Star News update report on what's going on with the earthquake activity that's a little bit disturbing. That word keeps popping up, disturbing. What you're seeing right here, these three earthquakes, look at the magnitudes. 5.2, 4.7, and 5.7 in Cascadia. Let's look at the map. Right here. And this right here, the northern edge right here, Cascadia Basin right here. Remember, this is very near the location of the terminating end of that magma plume formation that's running up through Kamchatka, through the Aleutians, and is terminated. This is where the end is right here. It's being tested right now. And this is, when we go back and look at this and look at the global activity. See these fives? Almost 6 magnitude earthquakes. You guys living out on the west coast of the United States, Jay, you were asking me here recently. These the terminating ends here are being tested with each rebound of these. This is a corridor that's been created within the buoyancy barriers of this magma plume formation, going around this way. Same thing over here on this side. This is where it turns the corner and goes north. Right here, pivot point. That's where this activity came from. And all of these are aftershocks. These five. When you get in between 5.5, 4.5 and about 5.7, see this activity out here? This is not regular slipping. This is not a regular earthquake right here. This is caused by the magma plume formation. And the fact that it's happening going through this lull period, this as these waves are reverberating back and forth, these are where the horn formations are. This activity, even though it's going to show a depth, let's go back and look at the depths again. You have these showing 10s. Same thing up here, 10s. The trigger that caused these are not happening at 10 kilometers. This is the reaction. The action is actually taking place deep inside of Earth transition zone, that magma plume formation. So as those horns, as the waves reverberate back and forth, when the wave passes, the horn fills, pushes up, and that uplifting on the magma is trying to get out of the way, but it can't get out of the way fast enough, and it's pushing right here. This is real strong evidence that this magma plume, the terminating in here, it's right up in here off the coast of Mexico. It's getting closer and closer to converging with what's going on over on this other side. So with these three earthquakes, and these happened in the last day, that's why I'm making this report now. You see how these just happened, 3 of them right together. And what you're not seeing when you go back in time, you're not seeing the precursor quakes. That's a real strong indicator right there. That's not something that USGS is even going to tell you. But to have almost a 6 magnitude earthquake right here with no precursor quakes, this is because of uplifting from deep underneath. This is a sign that Cascadia is getting ready to become active. Now, whether it's going to do it through this lull period or not, don't know. But each time these reverberating waves are coming back across, this terminating end is being tested, and we're getting more uplifting right through here. And that's the reason that Cascadia, Google, just hold on a second, I'll show it to you. The really big one, earthquake will destroy a size of the coastal northwest. The question is when. This was written in 2015. And this is the reason for the Cascadia rising exercises. They know this big magma plume formation is coming. And the signs that we're seeing right here, when you're looking at, this is just the last day, with the absence. So when we see these high number of these moderate sized quakes without the precursor quakes, without the 2.54 magnitudes showing up, none here, none here. Let me check my settings again. Hold on just a second. Okay, that's a little bit better. Just wondering why. It's because of my settings. I was going back over the last 30 days. And we're still not seeing any of the 2.54 magnitudes right under this activity. It's right here. And this is over, if I, okay. Look at this there a little bit closer. It's going over the last 7 days. This is our dead zone right here. It's not supposed to be anything going on inside this area where Cascadia is. And we'll look at the depths of the we're averaging now more than 5 kilometers deep at the Oklahoma quake swarm area. It's not a really tall stack of flags for 7 days though. And the depths, all these showing up at 10 right here, definitely pushing from underneath. It's not anything to do with the plates moving yet. That's going to be what you're going to be looking for in this area here when you start seeing the smaller earthquakes than what you're seeing right now. Then that's going to be a sign that the plates are actually slipping. I don't think that's happening right now though. This is just pushing from underneath. But so what I was showing you before was the last 30 days. That's why you saw these 5s out here. That's magma plume activity. And if that would have happened in the last 7 days, then that would have been very similar to going through the earth change uptick period. Because these 5s magnitude earthquakes are going to pop off over in here once after February. You're going to see them light up like a Christmas tree out here because that's the magma plume activity bulging. But going through the low period, then you see this as the reverberating waves are going back and forth, but then they lose intensity because the Earth core is actually cooling down through this period. Remember, black star is moving away. Look at where we are in the solar system. So the black star is where my cursor is, right in here. We passed behind on November the 14th. Now we're moving this way. It's moving this way. We're coming around. And in just over a month, then we're going to be up here and start moving towards the black star in Libra. We're going to continue going through the low period through this next month that we're going through right now. So it's the reason for this report doesn't seem like a big deal, does it? Because I don't make many news reports. This right here is definitely a disturbing sign. And where the location is, right? That top point of this Cascadia Basin plate right here. Right here. And that's an indication to me that the pressure is coming from this way, from the terminating end. That's trying to push south along the U.S. West Coast. This is the convergence zone right here from, you can see it. Okay, we want to look at the depths. We want to go back over the last week. So this deep activity, even going through the low period, you see this larger activity right here, is adding to the magma plume formation, even though we're going through the low period. And we're not seeing the really deep ones over here in South America right now, precisely for that reason, because we're not going through the low period. This deep activity will jump over to here perhaps a month into the next uptick period, so watch for these deep ones to come in just about the second week of March. They're going to push through here. Then the pressure is going to continue building up through here, and we're going to see how far the terminating end shifts north towards California. But the large magnitude earthquakes that we're seeing, If we go back to the 30-day, you'll see the 5s that have been kicking off in here. So this is just a heads up on what's going on in Cascadia right here in the last couple of days. Yeah, last 2 to 3 days since I made the Thursday Black Star update report. This is new right through here. So that's pretty much it. Remember, survival groups are forming. The Ozarks Survival Group Program, adding a lot of new members. Again, if you've everything at terralo3.com, the website is free. So whenever you want more, you want to join survival groups, you want to be able to write specific questions to me that can be added, included into the weekly newsletters, then I'll pull up my website right here so you can see. Yeah, we'll go right here. And there was a comment about the this button was still set to 2016. You're still signing up for a 1-year subscription for $25 per year. No matter what time of the year that you subscribe, you always have a 1-year subscription. And so if you sign up right now, you actually get all of the 2017 newsletters, and you're going to get all the 2018 newsletters, because your subscription is going to renew next year. 2018 is set up for that. So everybody gets the 2000 and like right now, the 2017 Dropbox folder link. And at the beginning of the year, even though you just signed up in September or October, November, December, you're already getting your 2017 notification email. And make sure you write for your threat assessment report. Make sure you write at the Gmail email address, not here. Remember, this is Contact Terrell for non-subscribers. Once you are a valued newsletter subscriber, you're given the email address to write me. All those emails are already answered for today. And they're generally answered every morning. So this is an overview of what's going on right now. And like I said, it doesn't seem like very much, but this is extremely important that we're getting this uplift. This is going to be a focal point of activity when we go through the earth change uptick period. The reverberating waves at the terminal end of this magma plume formation is already pushing up through here. So when we're moving from the middle of February to the middle of May, the uptick is going to be more severe than it was on the last cycle. Lots of new volcanic eruptions, maybe 9 or 10 per week in the month of April going into May. And a lot of focus between Mexico. We're going to be watching this area right here for signs that the earthquakes events are going to be getting deeper and deeper. See what the deepest one. We had a 55-kilometer deep near the bottom of the crust in this area some time ago. But just looking at the depths, looks like these average depths here are getting deeper and deeper too. The quake swarm area. That was the Baja California quake swarm area. Now it's extended, it's continuing to extend up towards Cascadia. This activity seems to be meeting up with this activity. This is continuing to push north. It's closing in on Cascadia. That's what's happening right there. And when this is what where we're looking for the linchpin quake event. Linchpin is going to unleash a new series, a new round of large earthquake events in this region right here. So that's pretty much the update. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. And appreciate your support. Support the research at terralo3.com. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel, Terrell Black Star. Subscribe there. You get the free newsletter link with every Thursday Black Star update report. Thanks again, and I will see you next time. Yeah.